Welcome back, everyone. Cooking seafood can seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be.
That's why joining us today, John and Bea Mittleider from Deep Blue Seafood are going to show us how to make some pan-fried halibut, which I love, and some garlic shrimp, which I love as well. To both you guys, welcome back.
Hey,
great to have you here.
Thanks for having us again. Good to be back.
Seafood means that spring must be right around the corner, right?
Well, you wouldn't think so looking out the window, but yeah, based on the calendar, it should be here.
So, grilling some halibut, I mean, like Lisa said, it sounds intimidating, but probably not as intimidating as we think, right?
Nope.
So where do you start? We come on in. Because I told you I was excited. I got to interview you guys last time you were on, and I find fish intimidating, and I was a North Dakota gal. I'm kind of a meat and potatoes kind of gal, so fish has always been scary to me, but halibut's something that everyone's kind of intrigued by. So can they get that at your store, and what would you say when people come in and say, hey, I might want to try this?
Yes, it is available at the store, and right now actually halibut's in season. So that's one of the items that we are able to get weekly in for customers. You know, I know right now with it being spring, you know, it's really simple, you know, and I know we keep saying that, you know, it's really simple, but it truly is really simple, you know. You don't need to, with seafood, overpower it. Just a simple pan frying or even just baking the halibut too. If you know, you have the option of doing exactly the same thing here, but baking it. And if you bake it, you know, bake it at 425 for 20 minutes.
So when you fry fish, I think a lot of people get concerned, like, okay, is it done? How done should I make it so it's not tough? What do you suggest?
You know, I always tell customers at the store, when you think it's not cooked, take it off, because that means it's cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, if you cook it to where you think it's done, you're probably overcooking it a little bit.
Yep.
And you can test by just taking a fork and flaking it right along the muscle lines, and if it flakes, that's a good indication that it's done.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Okay, so how are we starting today?
Okay, well today, you know, we're gonna once again make it pretty simple. Oh, I'm gonna turn this down here so you don't get splashed.
Yeah, don't need to splatter you there.
But you know, just a little bit of salt, nothing too overly heavy. Some black pepper as well.
Can you hear my stomach growling?
That's what that was.
Seriously,
Nice.
I don't blame you a bit. This is going to be pretty tasty.
I was here last time, and I totally, they were here, and I like stole a whole plate. So what I didn't like, that's all it takes, is knowing you guys are here, my stomach growls. So I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I don't want my stomach to overpower what you're doing here.
So grab a little bit more here, just a little bit, you know. And it, you know, and if you do want some spices, you know, by all means, put in some crushed red pepper. Some people necessarily don't want the spice, but like I said, with seafood, you don't want to over season it, because you want to taste that seafood.
Let's say here in North Dakota, we don't typically do a lot of seasoning, or it's too spicy, but red peppers is something most of us would have in the kitchen, actually.
Okay, so you want to get your oil hot, and I tend to use olive oil, and then just, you know, put it on.
And that's it.
And that's it.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
You don't need any special equipment, any special skill sets. All you need is a recipe and a pan, and you can make an awesome fish dinner any day of the week.
And so being in season, what is are prices better for halibut right now?
They are a little bit. Right at the beginning of the season, which started at the end of March, the first couple weeks the prices are pretty high just because the demand keeps the prices up. But now we're seeing the prices come down a little bit, so it's more of a reasonably priced fish right now.
Which is?
Which is about low 20s. Because halibut's never inexpensive. But the season goes from now until November 7th up in Alaska.
Okay. So I'm just adding a little bit of garlic here. Because I don't know about you, Lisa, but I love cooking, but I hate washing dishes. So I try to make meals that I can do all in one. So I'll put my
So well, that Coach,
tomatoes.
tell us what's new at Deep Blue Seafood.
Well, we just, like I said, the last time we were here, we just underwent a renovation, so we have some extra seating. We've got a new menu, too, that we're rolling out. We've had it in place for a couple weeks, and our staff is doing real well with it, and the response we've got from people has been fantastic. So we're really excited about that.
So what's on there?
What's on there? Well, the things that you might expect you'd find in a seafood house. We've got boiled shrimp, like East Coast steam pots with crab, lobster, shrimp. Those have been really popular. Some pasta dishes like our shrimp parmesan. And our seafood tacos have always been really, yeah, everybody loves them. And we used to just serve them on Tuesdays, but they're on the menu now, and that's one of our best sellers. Along with the coconut shrimp, is a really popular one as well.
Okay, so what have you added in here as we were talking?
Okay, you know, I like to keep things pretty simple, but, you know, with spring, it's healthy as well. So I did cut up like some grated tomatoes and then squeeze some lemon juice into it. And then I put spinach as well. Gotta get that greens in there as well. And honestly, for me, this would be enough.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful.
Looks fantastic.
Now, if John's having this, I might maybe put some risotto with it as well, or some brown rice, and then serve it on top, because I tend to like to eat light, but, you know.
He's kind of needy and hungry.
Yeah, I have an appetite, I can't deny that.
Boy, it smells so good.
We are going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to maybe check out the shrimp.